So in the last session, we were discussing about approaches to create Spring Boot application. And in that also we have seen just the first one using the Spring Initializer website and second one using plugin. That is STS Wizard you can say, or STS plugin you can say. Now you tell me, are you getting any issue while building an application using these two approaches, or everything is fine? Have you tried building it? So if you are not trying to build an application, let me tell you, this is not like core Java or HTML. Once you left it here, you can't pick it up. If you left today, tomorrow you can't pick up. So okay, let's say tomorrow we'll start it again. No, you can't. Everything is linked here from day one to last day. Every single thing, right? So try to do. So we saw three ways to create a Spring Boot application. We're talking about Spring Boot, not Spring. The first one was Spring Initializer website. Second one was Spring Tool Suite Wizard, that is STIDE, or you can say plugin here. After this, the last one was Maven. Maven is a tool, by the way, and what it does and what is the use case of it. So today at first we are going to see what is Maven, and then we will see how we can create a Spring Boot project using Maven. Maven. Now let's first understand why we need something like Maven. You know, there is a proverb in English, like in terms of IT, that computer is a good servant but a bad master. If you are controlling your computer, it's a very good servant. It will obey whatever you are saying to it. But if it is controlling you, waste, total waste. Now, why I said this line? Because Maven is somewhat related to this particular part. Let's say this is your Java application. What is this? This is your Java application. Now, generally, a Java application is having a lot of modules. At the top of it, how many things it can have? It can have different packages possible. One Java application can have multiple package, of course possible. It can have different classes, of course. If package name are different, classes will also be different. Classes or interface. Now third one, it will have different logic as well, right? Different business logic. Okay, now let's say business logic, you are dealing with JDBC here, right? You are creating a Java application for communicating it with database, and here is your database, irrespective of its name. Database, any relational database. You can go with Postgres, you can go with Oracle, you can go with SQL, anyone. Now if you know JDBC, it works as an API between your database and your Java application, right? And for that, what we need, if we want to connect these two, what we need. Let's say I work with MySQL. So what we need is MySQL connector. This is what we need. MySQL connector or something like that you might have downloaded and uploaded it into the class path. Am I right or wrong here? You might have done this MySQL connector J, or if you're working with Postgres, if you're working with Cassandra, MongoDB, or any particular database. This connector comes in the form of a jar file. This connector comes in the form of a jar file. Jar means Java archive, not archive. Java archive. Now this is a particular file which has some logic of Java. Have you ever opened this file? Have you opened this file? So let's say we'll download it and I will show you what is it inside this. So this is your particular jar file, and in this lot of things you will get. The main working file is this one, MySQL connector J 9.2.0 executable jar file. Have you ever tried to open this? Like what is written inside this? What code is there? Any Java code is there, or what is inside this? As it comes in the form of a executable jar file that you can only execute it. So I will come to this point why I am discussing it here. Let's say here you are working with only one jar file. How many jar file? Only one. You can download it and you can upload it in the class path. There is no issue in that. Here let me open Eclipse where we have created two Spring Boot application, and in that I will show you how many jar files we are using, but we haven't uploaded them. So wait a minute. So this was a kind of project, right? Last time we were doing this part. So project is second project. Second, this one. Just open this project and here you will see something as Maven dependencies. You are seeing this section. Just open this. Inside that, what you are seeing? What are these? Jar files. Who uploaded these jar files? And by the way, for running a Spring Boot application, all these jar files are required. Without these, Spring Boot will not work. These many. Now, do one thing. I'm giving you name and version of each jar file, right? I'll just give you this Accessor Smart 2.5.2, Android JSON, AP Garden API, ASM, Assert availability. You download them one by one, right? All the names I will give you with their version. You just download them one by one. It is 110% possible that out of all of these jars, some will not be available on internet. Let me show you how. So there are something like this. Spring Boot starter, Spring Boot auto configure, like all of these things will hardly available. And if you even, let's say if they are even available, how many jar files we got? Let me select all. 63. How many? 63. Just take a normal guess that if you are taking 1 minute to download one jar file, 1 hour is for downloading the jar files only. But we are creating our Spring Boot project within 30 seconds. And these are the very less jar files. Very less, I'm talking about 200, 300 is a normal number while you are working on a good project. So first problem is this jar files only. Now we need someone to manage our stuff, right? Because we can't download all these jar files, right? One by one. Even if we are downloading, there will be problem in version error because sometimes you can't find the actual version. And even this, there are a lot of jar files that you can't find. Then that's your Maven comes into action. One more example. Now let's say today I have developed this application second, right? I have developed this application, second application, and I will give it to one of my colleague to test it. That okay, I have developed a second application. You just test it if it is working fine or not. So generally, the possible ways I will create a zip file or of this project and I will send it. Let's say if I am creating the zip file of this particular second project, jar files will not go, right? Or they will go. They'll go. Are you sure? Have you ever tried it? Then why are you so sure that they will go? Now let's say there are two peoples working at the same company. Let's say there are two peoples A and B, and they works at the same organization, and they are working on the same project as well. Now A has developed the part that it was supposed to develop. Now the B will start developing, but when A has given the source code, there is no jar file, simply code is there. Now B again has to do the same hard work, download one by one and upload. Do you think that it is really a good idea? So no, we should use something that will ease out our work, and that particular part is Apache Maven. What is that? Apache Maven. What it is, how we do with it, this one. It is just a two-line thing for Apache Maven, that Apache Maven is a software project management tool and comprehension tool. Based on the concept of project object model, Maven can manage a project's build, reporting and documentation from a central piece of information. Now, if you understood it, that is fine. If you didn't understood it, let me tell you. In this particular project, where is the center of this particular project? There will be a central communication, right, from where everything will be managed. Let's say if I'm talking about Naresh IT, there will be one head office, right, from where all the batches, all the trainings will be managed, right? So what is the particular central communication? There is no central communication of this project, and there will be lot of difficulty if there is no central communication. A central communication is a required thing, you should have that. But here we don't have any central communication. Maven sort out that thing. Maven will say that, okay, I will solve your problem by good ways and I will give you a lot of other things. So when we are starting with the definition of Maven, it comes like this, that Maven is a product of Apache. Apache is a very good organization in this matter. Apache has developed a lot of good stuff. Lot. Not bike Apache. This is company Apache. So Maven is a product of Apache. It is a software project management tool. Software project management tool. Why we are writing the software? Because project can be anything. Project can be of building a flyover, building a bridge. So that's why it is a project management tool for softwares only. If you are building a software, Maven will help. There are actually two tools. One is Maven and another one is Gradle. Both do same thing. Both highly works with Java. They can work with other languages also, but highly they works with Java only. And I have worked with both of them. With Maven also I have worked. With Gradle also I have worked. Let me tell you a simple difference in them. What I have seen. Both are same. Both can be used at a time. Maven is used to build web application. Whenever you are building your application for websites or web apps, Maven will be used. Gradle is used to build mobile apps. This is my personal experience that I was using Gradle when I was building mobile apps and Maven when I am developing web apps. Without wasting any time, let's create something. So what it is a software project management tool which will manage the build building of like build, test, deployment, and documentation phase of the project. Maven can also be seen as the central office of any project, which will contain all the details about a project. Now, let's say you might be working with lot of Java project. Tell me one file that, okay, sir, you open this file and you will get all the idea about my application. Is there any file in your project that you have main.java, you have other classes, you have other interfaces, you have connection file, you have a writing SQL query. But tell me one file that open this project and you will get the entire idea of my project. So there is no central communication in your project. And those kind of projects are not good for the industry, right? So Maven is a tool for managing all the things. Steps of creating a Maven project. Now, if we are talking too much about Maven project, how we can create it? There are two methods actually that we can create. First method is converting normal Java project to a Maven project. Now, I will start with this particular part only. Okay. I will start with this particular part only because till now you are working with normal Java projects. So let's say in Eclipse, this one I already have, but I casted it. So let's create a Java project here. So anything like we'll create a new Java project and you will write a name here. So let's say I will write Java project and everything will be same. So I'll finish it. So you will get something like this Java project which will come with SRC and SRC, nothing will come. Now, if you want to create a package here, you can create like SRC main Java or no problem. What I will do is in this SRC folder, I will create a new Java class. Let's say main. Package name is com.java. So in this package com.java, I have created this main class, right? And this is just a normal Java project. String and here you can print anything normal Java project. Tell me, is there any error in this program? Huh? String args. Error. There is no error in this code. hey, there is no error in this code, right? There is no error in this code. If you are thinking that args is required, so it's not required. You can write anything here, string Shivam. Okay, let's start the application now. So we will run our code, and what we got the output is normal Java project. Let me sort it this particular thing out for you, that args is not required. It is just a variable name, right? You can write any particular variable name here. Any. Doesn't matter what you are writing. It should be a valid variable name, right? Second thing is why we use this string here. What is the main use of this? What is the main use of this string? To access command line arguments. Okay, you know, you are actually trying to remember everything. You're not trying to understand something. Let's say there is a void fact method. There is a void fact method, or you can create a void square method. That here what you will do in this method, you will accept one number and then you will print the square of that number. This is the case. So num multiply by num, but you should accept this num value as argument. So here you will write num int num, like this you will write. So if you have noticed, now if you are calling this void square method, you have to provide it a number, right? Integer number. If you are calling this void square method without giving it a number, so can I directly call it now? Let's say square. Can I directly call this? Think again. If your answer is yes, then how? And if your answer is no, why? No arguments are there. Okay, let's provide an argument as well, 4. And now square is working fine. It means that if any method is having some argument, you have to provide that argument, right? You have to provide that argument. Have you ever noticed that your main method is also having an argument, but you are not providing any argument? Your main method is expecting a string array, but you are not giving. Are you giving? So this is actually a way of taking command line input. Again, let me show you that only. Let's say there is a string of AR. It's an array, right? And now your main method is expecting a go out of this particular IntelliJ and I'll take you to some other folder. I said this particular folder. I will show you in the very raw way. So there is a same code I'll copy paste. So there is a public class main, public static void main string arg. This is a variable name. You can add anything here. And here what I will do is I will print something like this, that AR0. Let's save this file and I will save it inside desktop test main.java. Now you are not noticing this thing, that your main method is expecting some arguments, and till today you haven't given the argument to your main method, right? But it is written in a format that your main method is expecting an argument. So let's try to run this file. So main class is coming here. You can see this one. I'll compile this file. So what I will do, I will write java c main.java and it is running fine. What if I am running this file java main? Error. And the error is telling that you are trying to print the array with zero, but you are not providing any argument. So let's say I'll provide some argument. Now where to provide argument? While compiling or while running? While running. So let's say I will say Java main, and here I will write something. Let's say Shivam is a good trainer. It's like selfish thing, right? So here I will write something else. India is my country. And what is the output? India. Why India is the output? First indexing. Because India is at the first indexing of that particular string array. It means that whatever guys you are writing here, it is expecting some argument that you can provide at the runtime. And this is called taking command line input in Java. Have you ever, like you might have seen only scanner class and buffer class, right? Scanner class and the buffer reader. This is the one. Actually, there are 6 methods of taking input in Java. This is the first one. You never noticed it, right? That main method is having a argument, but you never provide that argument. That is why it is there that you are running a file. At that time, you can print the argument. Let's say I will run a loop here. So loop will be running like this: that for int I equals to 0, I less than equals to ar dot length, or ai less than ar dot length I plus plus, and what we will do? Nothing, we will just print the value. Here we will print AR with the indexing of I. Now what you did? You will print all the arguments. Now whenever, let's compile it again, java c main.java, and again java main. Here you can provide the argument while running it. Let's say shivam 12, 20, 23, laptop, something like this, and all are getting printed. All are getting printed. This is a recently asked question in one of the company, that don't take create any other method. The question comes like this: in the main class, and in the main class you can only use main method, and you have to create a program which will print the square of a number by taking argument, by not taking number. Like if it is a number, we will create a scanner s equals to new scanner. In the main method only, you have to take a number and print the square of that number. So this particular part will work. You accept a number, convert it into int, and print the square. You can do it. So this particular part is used for that. Let's come back to our project. So here it is just printing hello world. Or let me show one thing else. Here I will write where s equals to Shivam. System dot out dot println s. What will be the output of this code? Shivam, right? But where? It's Java, right? It's not JavaScript. Allowed. In Java also, it is allowed. Here you can declare something else where I equals to 20. And here print the value of I. the where is versatile here. It can accept boolean value, string value, anything it can accept. Where is also there in Java. Anyhow, this was not my case of discussion. I will just print JDBC program. Now this particular Java project I am creating, let's say this is a Java project and I will do some JDBC operation in that. Fine, no issue. The first requirement is the jar file. You can download that. Now I will do, okay, create a, let's say in Spring Boot only you will study something as Hibernate. Hibernate is a framework that removes the problem that you faced in JDBC. There you have to write query. In JDBC you have to write query. Hibernate is a framework. There you will not write any query and everything will be automatic. Create class, add the values. That's it. It will automatically save the values in database. No query is required there. And for running Hibernate, around 30-40 jar files are required. And as a human being, we are not perfect. Sometimes we will do version mistake. It is possible that let's say you are working with Spring and Hibernate both. And there is a logic that Spring Framework 6 work with Hibernate 5. Spring 6 works with Hibernate 5. Now, if you did a version mismatch, because we don't know, right, which jar file we have to do. Or let me show you one more thing. Here you go to Google and type download Spring Boot jar. Because this is our format. Okay, so go anywhere and any website. This is not. And which jar files are available here of which version? 2.5. Current version is 3.4. In case of bigger development, you can never find the actual jar file. Now, what is the solution for it? This is your Java project, which is having JRE. Obviously, this is provided by development environment and then SRC folder. That's it. Now, what I will do is I will right click on the project and at last you will see a lot of things like this, right? You are seeing all of these things. Now let's say if you manually want to upload a jar file, so you will right click, you will go to build path, you will go to configure build path, and here you will include it, right? That you will click on the class path, then you will add external jars. It is okay when you have one or two jar file. When you have only one or two jar file, it is not at all okay when you have more than one jar file. So now what I will do, I will convert this project into a Maven project. For that, you can right click here and explore the options. Just you will see a configure part. In configure you will see these kind of thing: convert to faceted form, convert to JPA project, convert to plugin project, JavaScript project. At last you will see convert to Maven project. That's it. Do nothing, finish. And when you are finished with it, it will add some folders and one file, and this file is called pom.xml. pom.xml. I'll let you know other things as well in this. Just hold on here. I'll cut this file. It has added bin folder, right, and one target folder. It is empty, by the way, you can delete it. The main working part is this pom.xml, this one. Now if you just read it, this is written in the XML format. Project XMLs http maven.apache.org pom 4.0.0. Now after this line you will see the details about this project. Model version 4.0.0. Group id is same name we have chosen. Artifact id version is 0.0.1 snapshot version. source directory, which is your main folder. Main folder is src folder. Who is the compiler here? Maven compiler with this version. Configuration release 22 means JDK 22 we are using here, Java SE 22. Everything is written here, right? Everything is written here. Now inside this you will see lot of tags. This build tag. So whatever thing you are building in your project, this is the part for it. Source directory, then you will see some plugins, right? In build you will see something as plugins. After this plugins part, when the plugin part is getting completed, I will create a tag here, and tag I will create for dependencies. Dependencies. And it will throw error, no problem, we'll sort it out. In this particular part, or let me tell you what is dependency first before writing anything inside this. So first part is this one. First part is this one only, that here you can write your things. Let me maintain the document. Converting normal Java project to a Maven project and building a Maven project from scratch. So first one, converting a normal Java project to Maven project. And this option of Maven you will get by default in all the IDEs, IntelliJ, Eclipse, whatever you are using. So steps are very simple. Right click on your project. Right click on your project. At the bottom of the bar, you will see an option. Configure. Click on configure, and there you will see an option. Convert to Maven project. Convert to Maven project. That's it. Converted. Click on convert to Maven project. Now this is the first way of creating a Maven project. What is Maven? Project, software project management tool, or you can say a build tool for Java application. Not Java only, but specifically they are used with Java. Now how to create a project from scratch, like from the starting only I will do this, building a Maven project from scratch. For that there are some steps involved there. In your IDE, any IDE, I'm not talking about Eclipse only. You can be on Eclipse or you can be on IntelliJ IDEA. Create on, click on file in the nav bar and then click on new. First part, click on others and search Maven project. So whenever you are going to Eclipse, you are clicking on file and you are clicking on new. So you will see a lot of options are coming here for me. It is possible that you will not get these options. Configuration is different. So what you can do is you can click on others and search there Maven. And you will get this part. It is already configured in Eclipse. So you got Maven project. From here, click on this Maven project. Click on other and search Maven project. Click on Maven project and click next. Next. Now it will ask you the directory, that Eclipse workspace, where you want to save the folder. If you can change it or no need to change, just click on next. After that, it will ask you a archetype. What it will ask you? Select the direct, click on next and select the archetype. Now what is archetype? Archetype means you are building a Java project using Maven, but where you actually want to work. Let's say you can work with front end part, you can work with back end part. So there, if you search here web, so this is for web, org dot, like this is the archetype for web. If you want to work with normal projects, so here you can select quick start. Which one? Quick start. So there in the filter you can search Maven hyphen archetype hyphen quick start, and it will come version 1.1. Catalog should be internal. Sometimes it is selected as all catalogs. So catalog should be internal, and filter means you have to select this quick start. For that, select the catalog as internal and search for this part, Maven hyphen archetype hyphen quick start. That's it. And then you can click on, after selecting this, you can click on next and just give a artifact ID. Artifact ID means project name. So in the next step, write the artifact ID. Artifact means project name. That is technically the project name. So here let me write first Maven because it is first Maven project to all of you. Click on finish. That's it. So you will get a console screen here just for a minute, and it will do something like this, and at last this will come. Okay, and this will got stuck on 33%. The problem is it will ask you for a confirmation that here you click and hit Y and hit enter. Project is created. If you are not doing that Y, it will be for 1 hour, 2 hour, 3 hour, right? So the full form of POM is project object model. So in the last batch, I was teaching the same thing. One student messaged me after the class, "Sir, from half an hour Eclipse is hanged and it is not building the project." I said, "Why? What happened?" He sent a picture of that. That sir, it got stuck on 33%. So something like this thing happens. So now only I'm telling you that keep a Y and hit enter. Click on finish. On the console screen, hit Y and hit enter. That's it. Now project is already created and we created project as first Maven, this one. If you just open this project, you will get almost same thing. src main Java means your class path, and in that your package name and app.java, which is just printing hello world. Right? Nothing it is doing. Public class of app and just printing hello world. Nothing more than that. And you will get one test folder, Maven dependency and something like that you will get. Now if you open pom.xml file, which file? Pom.xml file. You will get these kind of thing: group ID, artifact ID, version, packaging, name, URL, properties, and you will get some section as dependencies. You got one section as dependencies. Now dependency means on what jar file this particular project depends, right? Now I'll do something. Now project creation is this one only, creating Maven project. That's it. Wait. Now in the dependencies section, you will see two things, that there is a parent tag, dependencies, means all other dependency you will write inside this. One parent dependency tag, inside this you will write lot of dependency. But what is dependency? So dependency is actually meant by on what jar file this project depend. And there is a beauty of Maven, that whatever dependency you are giving to it, it will call that dependency here in the class path of the project here. So one dependency is added here, JUnit, and same jar file we got there. By default, you will get it. Now what I will do, let's say I will remove this dependency and I will press Control S, save this file. Automatically it will build your application, and now inside, like Maven dependency folder is not there because you don't have any dependency. I will keep that dependency back for JUnit. JUnit is for testing Java applications, right? For unit testing. Now, how we should write our code inside this? Let's say I want to work with MySQL connector, right? We want to work with MySQL connector. Where is the dependency of MySQL connector? So there is a website, official website of Maven, that is MVN repository. I'll give you that website. You can just type mvnrepository.com. mvnmavenrepository.com, and you will land on this website. Now whatever dependency you want, whatever, search here. What do you want? MySQL connector, and search it. You got MySQL connector J, got MySQL connector -J, and which version you want? Let's say 9.2 is the current version. Select the version and this one. You can see this dependency section. Here you can select dependency for Maven. By default, Maven will come. You can select for grid. In Gradle, we do like this. That's it. And it will automatically build your project. But what dependencies? Here what we got? Jar file of MySQL connector. You don't have to download it from anywhere. No, I to download. Maven is here for you, right? Maven is here for you. So this is how we do. If I am removing this dependency, save the file, and I have no need to go to class path, add the jars manually, because 1 2 jar file you can add. Let's say you want to work with MySQL, so you will keep that jar file and MySQL connector J, and pro to be Java is coming. In the MVN repository only, I will search for something as Hibernate core. What? Hibernate core, and you will get this. Inside this, let's say you will work with version 6. So same way, select the dependency, and I will keep it inside here, like anywhere in between at the top, and I will save this file. And now when I kept the dependency of Hibernate, how many jar file I got? Lot of. Download them one by one now. It will take lot of time. How much time? Lot of time, and we can't download them actually. We don't know on which website they are available. Let's say in case of MySQL, it is available on the official website. But all these jar files, we don't know where they are available. So that is a good way of working with jar files when you have Maven project. So I'll save this and all those are removed. Just save the file. Automatically Maven will build your project. Now let's say you are adding the dependency of MySQL and you have pressed Control S. But dependency doesn't came here. That is also an option because you will do it for the first time. Right click on your project, that is first Maven. After that you will see an option as Maven, right? You are seeing this as Maven, and here you will see update project. Just update the project as this one, first Maven, and it will download all the dependencies for you. If they are not coming by pressing Ctrl S, automatically they will come. 99% they will come. If they are not coming, update the project. So that is how it is done. Why I taught you Maven? Because there is an approach for creating Spring Boot application using Maven also. Notes. So the third one, creating Spring Boot project. You understood Maven? Is there any issue in anything? Try to do it by yourself. If you are not doing it by yourself, you will have lot of issue, right? And I can't solve those issues if you are not building it. I can only solve if you are building this. Artifact means the project's meta name. It's, you can consider that artifact means the name of the project. You can consider that. So this is what we done. Now all these two methods we are already done. The last method is creating a Spring Boot application using Maven. That is the third part. Creating Spring Boot application using Maven. For that, steps are very simple. I will directly write the step itself. Create a Maven project by selecting the archetype as quick start. Now you can do this part, creating a Maven project and selecting the archetype as quick start. So let me remove this and remove this file, new, others. If it is coming outside only, that is fine. So like for me, it is coming here, Maven project. I can select. If it is not coming, don't worry. Go to other and search here, Maven project. Select Maven project and click on next. Select the default location, new Maven project. Quick start you search here and it will come quick start. Catalog should be internal. Select this. Next, write the name. Name I will write Spring Boot app by Maven. Just finish it. It will take time to open the console screen for you. It will download the things and at last hit the Y, hit enter. Don't forget to hit Y, give a permission. Maven is very good boy. It asks for permission. Right, so we have hit the Y and hit the enter and project is created. Now after that, let it build first. Some error occurred. Same working location. Okay, quick start. Spring Boot with Maven. Spring Boot with Maven. So here we got the project Spring Boot with Maven. Same project we will get src main Java, src test, and all those things. Form.xml will be the same file. It will have dependencies for section, or you can say dependencies tag as the XML file. Now, after this, in the next step, after creating the application, go to which website? mvnrepository.com and search for Spring Boot Starter. What? Spring Boot Starter. For me, mvnrepository.com. Here I will go and search for Spring Boot Starter. Go there and search, and you will get this particular part, Spring Boot Starter, normal starter, or you can say Spring Boot Starter Web, right? Spring Boot Starter Web. And here you can select the version 3.4.4. Same version is available on website also, 3.4.4, this one, and same is available here. So you can click on this and at last copy the dependency. So what you have to do is Spring Boot Starter Web and copy the dependency and paste it inside pom.xml file. And in between the dependencies tag. And this is the dependency, right? So if you know this, that's better. If you don't know, whenever I'm giving you notes and use something with yellow color, it means that is the source code. It is related to code. Now this particular dependency, you have to keep it here and just Control S. Press Control S and it will try to install all of the things. In Maven dependencies, these are the dependencies that you required for running a Spring Boot application. Just for running it, you need these many jar files. Jackson you need, Spring Boot SL4j, Log4j, Spring AOP, Spring Boot logging, context test, Tomcat embedded. You have added dependency for Spring Boot Starter Web. Tomcat already came because it is inside that. So these jar files you required. If you are not keeping this 4-line dependency, you have to download all these jar files one by one and then run the project. Now, if I am running my project, src main Java, this main file, if I run this main file, you have to change something in this. This is working as a normal Java class. So if you run it, it is asking you that you want to run it as Java application or Spring Boot app. Before running it as Spring Boot app, remove this system.out.println and write here Spring application dot run. In this run, provide the class name. Class is app. Class is app. So app dot class and args. So instead of system.out.println, you are writing here Spring application dot run. Now Spring application will run this class app.class. Same you can write here. Now start a Spring Boot app, click OK. And Spring logo is coming. Means Spring is started, but it is telling application failed to start, unable to start web server. Okay, no problem. What we will do is this web dependency I will remove. Spring Boot with Maven, Spring Boot starter. Normal starter I will keep. and start the application. There are lot of starter here. So now Spring Boot is running fine. Okay. Same thing you will do here as well. Spring Boot starter, and here Spring Boot starter. Now your Spring Boot application is starting. These many jar files are automatically coming when you are keeping this one dependency. Which one dependency? Spring Boot starter. This one. If I am removing this and saving the file, you will see all of those are removed from the Maven dependency. And your app.java is also throwing error. It is throwing error that we don't know what is Spring application now. Jar file is not there. Package is not there. So everything is combined here. Again they came and error will automatically go away. Yes, error went off. Okay. And that's how you create Spring Boot application using three techniques. In the last step, what you have to do, in app.java class, remove the system.out.println and keep the below given command, below given statement, not command. This one. Spring application dot run app.class args, and your Spring application will run. In Maven only, what is pom.xml? What is pom.xml? And it is the main file actually. What is pom.xml? POM stands for Project Object Model. It is a XML configured file. It is a XML configured file means XML is written inside this. It is an XML configured file which provide the entire details about the application, including what it tells, dependencies that a project is using, and build details. This is the work of pom.xml file. You can create this pom.xml file by yourself and copy paste the content. That's it. Okay. Pom.xml is there, and one last thing. Version convention. What is the current version of Spring Boot? As the current version of Spring Boot is 3.4.4, right? The current version of Spring Boot is 3.4.4. What does it mean actually? If we are telling that Spring Boot's version is 3.4.4, what does it mean? Yeah, Sushil, what is your query? Go ahead. So whenever you are seeing your version in these three format, not only this one, your WhatsApp version will be 25.0.2 in case of Apple, In case of Android, it will be 2.81.79, something like that. Why these three-time version is written? What is the meaning of this? When version is written using three numbers, what does it mean? When version is written using three numbers, what is what does it mean? As the version of Spring Boot is current version, which is stable 3.4.4. Till the end of the course, it will increase. Don't worry. It will go till 3.5, 3.4.89, something like that. That doesn't matter. What is the difference between a Spring Boot application and the way which you used to run the application? Okay, so question is a good question, that this is how we are running the application here. Yesterday we created a normal project by writing as first project. So first, this one. And yesterday we were running this particular project, right? First application.java. If you notice here, if I am removing this annotation, Spring Boot application, and there is public class first application, and this project is created by using website, not Maven. Public static void main string args. Here also you are doing the same thing. Spring application dot run first application dot class and args, these arguments. That's it. Now if you are thinking that if I am removing Spring Boot application, it will not run, it will run without any issue. So let's run it. Application failed to start. Okay, previous project only it is running. So Spring Boot application annotation is the meaning of this particular part is different. And the meaning is that it is a combination of three different annotation in normal Spring. You can't understand this thing now, but in future, this is the combination of component scan and auto configure. So if you are even removing this, it will work because this line is running your Spring application. Spring application dot run first application dot class, not this annotation. You can remove this annotation and it will work fine, right? But this is the running of Spring Boot application. We are keeping this annotation, like we are not keeping, by default it is coming, so that you can create the object of classes. Like next topic it is inversion of control and dependency injection, that we will see. There you will understand it. Now the version of Spring Boot is 3.4.4. What does it mean when version is written three times? The format of version is any particular format. It will always start with major version dot mini version dot patch version dot patch version. What is major version? Whenever lot of things are changed, major version will update. Now let's say tomorrow the developers of Spring Boot are coming and they are saying that now no need to write the code. Just open your laptop and start speaking what you want. Major version, right? Everything changed. The version of Spring Boot will become 4.0.0. Major update. Then you got mini version. Whenever small features are added or removed, then mini version changes. From last 2 years, the major version of Spring is 3 only, but mini version change lot of time. 3.1 I have seen, 3.2 I have seen, 3. Major version is also for new thing. Same I have written man that whenever lot of things are changed, change means added or deleted. That only. Major version will update. And whenever small thing means some method they have introduced a new method like that. At last, patch version. Patch version will update whenever something got changed in a single file. Let's say tomorrow Java is coming and Java said, okay, logo of Java is changed now. It's not a cup of coffee. It's a cup of tea now. So it's a major change, right? Major change. Like logo only change. But sometimes they will change some font color, some font style, some font size. So at that time, patch level version changes. Right? Patch version will update whenever something got changed in a file, like color, font. If they are changing these things, patch level change. Now let's say tomorrow Java is coming and Java will say, okay, now what you have to do is, now what you have to do is like, okay, we change the color of this particular part. Patch level change. Tomorrow Java is coming and they said, okay, we have introduced one more loop. How many loops are there in Java? Four or five? Fixed number. Four or five? Like somebody will be, three only. How four are there? While, do, while, and for. See, three, five, three. Who said three here? Tell the fourth loop name. Do while. Switch is not a loop. No, no. Switch is not a loop. Switch is a conditional statement. So, for each. Have you ever used for each? Then why are you not including it? While, do while, for each. Right? But for off is there, for in is also there. They are coming from JavaScript, but anyhow we can use it. Actual loops are six. Working loops are four. Lot of things are there, guys. Start learning. This is what meant by version convention. Now you understood why version are always coming in three format, right? This one. This is the version convention. Understood? Understood or not? What is the current version of Java? 20? 24. And 24 version is launched on 18th of March. But it is not stable till now, so use 23 only, 23 or 21. What was the revolutionary version in Java? Revolutionary, like everything got changed after that. Java 8, collection frameworks, stream API. Yeah. What after that? Java 11 was actually a revolutionary version, not Java 8. You are reading Java 8 feature as collection frameworks and stream API, but Java 11 was more powerful. It was a revolutionary one. How after how many months Java gives update? Every 6 months Java gives update in the month of March and the month of September. It is fixed. Okay, so this was the third approach in which we created application by using Maven, and now all are done. So tomorrow when you are coming, because tomorrow we will start the core container and core logic like IOC and other thing. So make sure that tomorrow you are not asking how to create a Spring Boot application, right? I'll give you the notes for today. Like until Google Classroom is created, you can download it from here. How can we know which version to add as dependency? Very good question. No one asked this. So sometime, yes, all version are not stable. Let's say you are going to MVN repository. So you will go to this website only. You search for MySQL connector J. And when you are opening it, MySQL connector J, Java list 8.1.0, one vulnerability means one error is there. Don't use this one. Those who are coming in blue color, use any one of them. All are good. Now let's say you are searching here something as Hibernate Core. Search Hibernate Core and seven. All the seven versions are in pink or light pink color. Means don't use them. Use some below version. 6.6.11 final version you can use. Like, and here don't use the 6.6.0. Those who are in green color, don't use very old version. Use some stable version like this 6.6.1, like that. Understood all the three ways of creating a Spring Boot application? Any issue in anything? Now you will not have any issue. You will have issue when I'm taking test. So you can scan this link to download the today's notes. Yes, I will upload all these notes in Google Classroom or Google Drive when they are created. Now demo classes are going on, so they will take time to build it. Till then, you can download it from here. Yes, Suchir, if you are already having an experience and companies are asking for microservices, I think I have shown you the syllabus or not, so I'll give you the syllabus as well. Of course, we are going to talk about microservices also, right? And I hope you will easily crack your interviews after that. For how long demos are there? I don't know about this. How long demos are there? We should focus on attending the class. Once the demo is ending, admins will drop the message in the chat box. IPL. Understood what we discussed today? If your core Java is completed, HTML, CSS, JS is completed, you can join this course. But the knowledge of JDBC is preferred. Can you please add this link for online student also? It is visible on my screen, right? You can take it. I have already dropped the link in the chat box. You can click there and download it. JDBC is completed, then you can go for it. Archetype is what type of application you are trying to build. If you are want a simple application, what if happens if we skip version number and dependency? See, whenever you are working with Spring Boot, let me show you. So this first Spring Boot project was created by using website. There is a beauty in Spring Boot. Let me open it for you. And first and second was created like this. If you open pom.xml file here, the dependencies are not having the version. Here dependencies are only having group ID and artifact ID. Group ID and artifact ID. Spring Boot automatically takes the version, right? Spring Boot automatically takes the version when you are creating a Spring Boot application by website or by the plugin. At that time, no need of writing any version. Yes, you can skip, no problem. But only when your Spring Boot project is created by using website or plugin. At that time, you can skip the version. You can see here we don't have any version for this particular part. Let's say in this particular project, if I'm writing the dependency of MySQL connector in the Spring Boot app, let me show you. You only said no need of XML in Spring Boot. So are you writing any Spring Boot XML code? This is for adding the dependencies. Let's say you want to add the dependency of MySQL connector. This is a complete Spring Boot app which is created by using website. And you can see it is giving a warning on the version. Right? Why are you writing version? Remove it. I will automatically take it. So you can remove the version from here. Not needed. Save it. And once you are saving it, I will show you the Maven dependencies as well. So here MySQL 9.1.0. So Spring Boot has taken the version 9.1, not 9.2. Site creating at that time all, but you have to do configurations for that. Anyhow, we are going to discuss all of these things. Now we have seen the steps of creating a Spring Boot application in three ways. And now if you have any problem, you can go ahead and ask. If you don't have any problem, we'll see the things in next class. Let me show you the syllabus that we are going to follow. And once the Google Classroom or Drive is created, I will upload the same syllabus. And one more thing, we will stick to the syllabus that we are following here. Already good syllabus it is, combining almost all the things. So starting with what is framework versus programming language, prerequisite, overview, a Spring Boot version history, Spring Boot modules. Modules means MVC, JPA, difference between Spring and Spring Boot. There are three ways of creating project: Spring Initializer, Spring Starter Wizard, and now Spring and Spring Boot architecture already we have done. This particular part we have done. Core module we will start now. Then we will see what is IOC, what is dependency injection in the upcoming time. And this is, let me show you the microservices syllabus. So here we got microservices part, this one, where we will discuss about microservices architecture. We'll discuss about Netflix Eureka server and other things we'll see. Okay. Once the Google Classroom is created, I'll upload the same syllabus there as well. And we will stick to the syllabus. Not less than this, not more than this. Got it? Any doubt for the day? No doubt?